Hey, everybody. Listen, welcome back to the Black Girl Motivate Her. We are here and we are bringing forth this motivation for everyone. We just doing it from a Black girl's perspective, though, right? I'm just saying. I am your host, Sheniqua Inspires, and I am telling you, I am on fire. I am on fire already because I know this guest that we have today is going to ignite something in you. So, without further ado, I am going to bring my sister girl, Precious. She is the killer pitch master, baby. She gonna let you know all about that. Hey, girl.
Hey,
Hey.
what's good?
Welcome to the Black Girl Motivate Her. Sis, listen, I know a little bit about you, but I think who can tell it best is you. So please tell everyone about yourself.
All right. So good day, everyone. My name is Precious Williams. Yes, I am Black on both sides. No, I don't have a Brazilian butt lift. No, I don't have six-pack abs. Proud 43-year-old full-figure diva, plus-size fashionista who took the business world by storm and won big. So I started my first company, Curvy Girls Lingerie, after being a disgruntled attorney. I was like, I'm not doing this for 40 years. And no one believed that, 327-pound woman, that is not what I am today, but that is what I was back then. But I did snatch a very famous Hollywood actor as my boyfriend. Oh, yeah, we can talk
Ooh.
about that because you want to talk about motivate her, baby. Please believe you in these streets with me. We outside.
Woo!
So I
Love
started
it.
my first company, Curvy Girls Lingerie. No family and friends wanted to invest in my company because they thought, oh, being a lawyer is so stable. Thank God I'm a trailblazer and, just a visionary. And so I went to an event I couldn't afford, pitched to the producers of MSNBC, and my first pitch got me on national television. And then when I appeared on Your Business with JJ Ramberg on February 9, 2012, I walked away with $500,000 in 54 seconds. So you have to push against the grain. You have to see what they can't see. And then my current company is Perfect Pitches by Precious, which after, killing it on Your Business, who knew that I would appear on Shark Tank season 8 in 2016? Who knew I would become a 13-time national pitch champion and be given the title Killer Pitch Master by Robert Townsend and MC Light when I won the Black Enterprise National Pitch Competition? Yeah, I beat out Harvard, Yale, Stanford, Columbia, Q-Tech companies. I mean, it is what it is. And so what really keeps me motivated to be the killer pitch master, AKA the pitch queen, is because it's dark and hell is hot.
Mm.
But I built my foundation at rock bottom. I got it out the mud. I've been speaking since I was 16. I just turned 44, which means I've been doing this 28 years. And I am blessed that speaking, teaching, and training is the reason why the world knows who I am. I'm an international professional speaker. I'm a top Fortune 500 corporate sales trainer and a four-time number one best-selling author of the Bad Bitches and Power Pitches for Women Entrepreneurs and Speakers Only series. And my fourth book is The Pitch Queen, A Woman's Journey from Poverty to
Love
Purpose and Profits. So I had to go through poverty to get to my purpose and
it.
to make profits. And so today it's all about push and pay.
Yes.
Pitching yourself. Motivate her.
I love it. Oh my goodness. Listen, we are blessed. Let me just tell you all, we are blessed right here at this moment in time. I am so grateful and so honored that you would make time out of your day to come and motivate her. And I'm going to just tell you, I'm just going to be open up front with everybody. For real, this is for me. I brought her here. She gonna motivate me because I'm trying to get where she is already at. And this right here is for me. I just so happen to press the record button and allow everyone to come in the room and to sneak peek. So if this is where you are at in your life, well, get comfortable, get your popcorn. No, you should have been had your popcorn already because we got to stay ready and be ready to write down these nuggets that my sister friend is about to give us. So, Precious, you have done some phenomenal, and I mean phenomenal things in your life. But as you were briefly beginning to share with us, it wasn't always like that. Tell us a little bit about a time in your life where you weren't feeling motivated and what you did to get yourself to where you are today?
The first thing I can think of, I mean, I had a rough childhood, but I don't want to start there. I want to start off when I got kicked out of Georgetown University Law Center.
Mm.
Full scholarship. Moved in on the day Aaliyah died, August 25th, 2001. Was there during September 11th, 2001. And I didn't feel motivated because I didn't come from a family of diplomats and mayors and governors and everything like that. I was a girl who grew up in St. Louis in the hood. And even though I attended Spelman College and it was so tough and so rewarding, I'm so glad I did that. When I went to Georgetown, I felt like I lacked something. I wasn't a part of the in crowd. I never would be. And I felt like such an outsider. And so I went away on my birthday, January 22nd, and didn't come back until March 15th. This is before cell phones. Cell phones,
Wow.
like, think this is before I didn't have credit cards or anything. So I just disappeared.
Wow.
So when I went back and the dean said, I've been disenrolled and everything, I was too ashamed to tell anybody.
Mm.
And I feel like for the next 5 years, I was just depressed.
Mm.
I had a nervous breakdown at another law school, Rutgers School of Law, where I got my second chance. Full scholarship. Like, how do you walk out of one full scholarship, kicked out, and walk into another? I mean, that's the brilliance of having the right relationships, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you think it's about taking pictures with celebrities or whatever, I want you to be a celebrity of your own brand.
Right.
The reason why I walk it like I talk it is because I felt so low at so many points in my life. And so that was one. And also, losing the love of my life inspired me to start Curvy Girls Lingerie, the ultimate shopping experience for full figure divas and plus size fashionistas. When he died, it was so hard because I was thinking no one's ever going to love me like that. And we weren't even together, but there was something about him, seeing the beauty in a 327-pound woman. You can't put a price on that. And something in him freed something in me. So when I come out bold, loud, I will not be denied, and nor will you put people before me and think that I'm just going to be like, okay. So my greatest pain and frustration and rejection is where my greatest power came from. I told you, pushing P. Pushing P. And my name is Precious Williams, so why can't I push P? And so the things that you think, well, your perceived flaws are really your secret weapon. I'm just honest enough to talk about it and not give you the beautiful version of a story without giving you that I went through hills and valleys. I went through the roller coaster of life. And so the reason why people work with me and trust me to train and speak is because I'm not going to sugarcoat, but I'm going to show you can go to rock bottom and go right back to the top. Knock me down 9 times and I get up 10.
I felt that. Phenomenal. So she knows what she's talking about.
And also, Queen, here's something. Where are your theme songs? Like, when I walk into a lot of events, I especially want them to play Moment for Life, Nicki Minaj. I don't care where I am. So be very clear. It's not just in Black audiences. LinkedIn knows to cue it up every time. LinkedIn, the LinkedIn. I want to walk out and give them something they're not even ready for.
Yes.
Like, did she come out? I sure did. Did I come out in leather and lace? Yes, I did. Did I come out funky and fresh? Yes, I did. For all the women who forgot who they were and tried to fit into a box. So when I said I have no Brazilian butt lift and no six pack, I have no shame to those who do. I'm sure it look good. But in the meantime, at 44 years old, I don't think the body gonna be ready for that. So I'm good. I'm good.
Amen. I love it. And one thing about people who offer encouraging words and offer motivational words, people always think we stay there. They think that we stay in this little zone where we're always happy go lucky. But I like to start there because to let people know, no, the sunshine is there, it's inside of us, but sometimes we are covered up in dirt and sometimes we do have to go through it. But as Precious said, like, it's those struggles, it's those things that are the beauty inside of you, as long as you learn how to use them, to work them. Like, so this is what she has done. So she is here to be a living example, a living, breathing example of you can go through life and experience all of life's trials and tribulations, not once, not twice, but multiple occasions, and still get up and rise, and still get up and show all the way, or like go off, sis. Like, this is what life is about. It's not the season to be in the background, shaking. Should I don't know, and all of that
There are more
uncertainty.
mediocre people doing it poorly and getting praise
Yes.
for that. So
It is time that we step out of the gate and we just go full force into what it is that we were born to do. Now, I love that pushing P. Give us some more. What is that? What are we doing with this pushing P?
I knew it was a song called Pushing P. And I like to relate a lot of things I do to, pop culture. So I'm pushing pitches on the daily, as the killer pitch master, a 13-time national elevator pitch champion who trains her clients how to slay all competition with a killer pitch. A pitch is something you do every day in life, whether it's in your social media posts, whether it's you're meeting someone for the first time, or you're going to an event like I do a lot. I still want people to I want to leave them with a memorable impression.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not about standing up, hey, my name is Precious. This way. No. But what can I say that's going to captivate and titillate in that conversation and have you coming back for more, looking me up and things like that?
Yes.
So a pitch is a brief, short way of introducing yourself, and you hope to do it in a powerful way. You got to push that P powerfully. So when you meet me, I am an experience, but there's a reason why I'm an experience. Too many of us are walking around being average, random, ordinary, and comfortable with that. Or I shouldn't shine, or I shouldn't brag. I'm like a man will tell you, it ain't tricking if you ain't. It ain't tricking if you ain't got it, and it ain't bragging if it's true. What are you talking
That's
about?
right. That's right.
We get
That's
people
right.
all day who look nothing like me. They're always writing stories. They make this money or whatever. Are they good people? But when it comes to me and pitching, what are receipts at? We need to say
Yep.
what are receipts, baby. I got receipts for days. Who
Amen.
over 300 pitch champions. My clients have been on Shark Tank at other big shows, and then they have the nerve to be getting big contracts with companies to teach and to train because my push and P is that powerful. And now it's reflected in my clients' results. So I'm not going to come on here and be like, oh, I'm a coach. I'm not a coach. I'm a trainer. So you have to teach people how to refer to you.
Amen.
They
I
might
like
want
that.
to box you in. Don't box me in. I'm the killer pitch master, aka the pitch queen, and nobody does it better. I am the goat of this. And I'm
That's
not
right.
limited to investor pitching. I'm not limited to elevator pitching. I go ham and cheese on speaker pitching. Some of y'all tired of speaking for free.
Yeah.
Holla at me at perfectpitchesbyprecious.com. You going into this interview. What are you going to say that's going to separate you from the pack and really make you the only choice that matters? And then when it comes to push and P, how are you, like, let's say you're at a networking event. What are you going to say that's going to captivate in the first 10 seconds? Like Dr. Sherwood always says, start off with bang it in with fireworks. What
That's
are you
right.
going to do? You got a microphone. Bless it.
Hmm.
Bless it. Or do what Laura Hill said. I don't want to have to hate on your microphone, but I will.
Come on. Come
Be
on.
afraid of no one. Be afraid of no one. Yes, there are people with bigger names than me, according to others.
Right.
If I'm known by the right people, what difference does it make? This isn't a popularity contest.
That's right.
Business is not a popularity contest. And when
I
you're
love it.
known by the right people, like who am I to think 5 years out of homelessness that I would be booked, busy, and paid all over the world? Who would think that I'd be on a show on Fox Business as a pitch trainer and now the co-host? Who would think that people reach out to me all the time and I say to my agent, handle that?
Hmm.
I mean, isn't a homeless person supposed to be forgotten about?
Right.
Once you walk past them, you never know what they're going to accomplish. And if it's going to be motivate her, some of us have been through some things we're too ashamed to talk about. Baby, I'm going to bring it up. But only after you see the power of who I am.
Yes. Yes.
So if you think leading with, I'm not going to say a sob story. No, I come from a place of power. I pitched myself when I was still homeless. And I never let them know my backstory until I became successful. Because
Wow.
before that, it's there, little black girl, let give you a couple coins. No, ma'am. If you want to
Mm-hmm.
motivate yourself, you got to see yourself as powerful. That's why you got
Yes.
to pushing your P's on the daily. Because
Love
there's
it.
not, I can come roll out of bed. Somebody say, meet me in the dark alley. We're gonna go pitch for pitch. You better bring your A game, because I've been doing this for 20 plus years. So bring it, as they say, finish him. I will. I'll finish him and her. What about push P? Pushing that P. Pushing your
I
pen.
love it.
Push
I
your
love it.
pen. If you're a writer, push that pen.
Yes.
Push your presentations. Push your
Yes.
P on the daily.
I love it. And you know what it is? We get caught up. And I hear this and I see this all over social media all of the time. People lead with their sob story. Sorry, we weren't supposed to call it that, but that's literally what it is, right?
Trauma story, something.
Exactly. And that's that trauma bonding. So if I've been through a divorce and I start talking about that, then we get connected by that tragedy, by that trauma, and we are now trauma bonded. But where you really want people to connect with you is your power, is your P, how you present yourself to the world. You want to come forth where people are drawn to you like a magnet. And I promise you all that is exactly the way Precious is. She is so down to earth, and you are like genuinely drawn to her. You are drawn to her because that's the way she creates her energy, and she brings that. And I really want to motivate everyone to think about how they're showing up in this world. Are you showing up in your tragedy? Are you showing up in your woe it's me? Or are you showing up in your power? In
And the
your
world would
power.
teach you it's the opposite. And I'm like, no, especially if you are a Black woman,
Mm-hmm.
oh, lead with the tragedy. And I'm like, listen, if you want the respect, I don't even care if it hasn't even happened yet. Faith it till you make it. Not even
Yes.
fake it, faith it. I
Mm-hmm.
knew at 5 years old I would be on TV. In the natural,
Wow.
as Joe Osteen always says, you're in the hood. You don't sing, you don't dance, you can't rap. And yet I did it.
Mm.
Coming from where I'm from, I think about Kamora Lee since she's from St. Louis, just like I am. And so people from St. Louis, when they reach back, they're like, I don't know how you did it. You went to a hood high school. You were the valedictorian. You went off to Spelman. I'm sure you felt insecure a lot. Georgetown kicked out. Start over at Rutgers. It's not on the same tier as Georgetown, and yet you outperformed people who went to Ivy League institutions. And it's because I push P. I'm pushing it. And while people can rest on the schools and everything like that, I rest on the power of my voice, the power of inspiration, the power of having Barack Obama moments before I ever knew who he was. I mean, I'm speaking to governors and mayors at 16, but I'm a hood girl, right? And letting go of the labels people put on you. The
Yes.
funny fat girl, no, I'm a full figure diva and a plus size fashionista. As the rapper Cupcake said, I'm a whole snack. Come fetch me, please.
Come on now. Come on.
Please, I listen. Come get it. Let's be very clear. I don't have to have the tiniest of waists and the biggest booties.
Mm-hmm.
I'm serving. What you serving?
Come on now.
Motivator.
And you got to know you have to know what you bring to the table. If you're waiting for the world to identify that for you, they're going to label you however they see fit, whatever they stand in the need of. So if they need the Black girl, then you the Black girl. Come on and be the Black girl, right? So they can touch your hair and all of that cute stuff that they be trying to do. But guess what? If you are dictating who you are, if you are defining who you are, and you're not letting anyone box you in, as Precious was telling us, stop letting people label you and box you in. You tell them who you're going to be at this moment in time, at this day and age, and what you represent. That's what you do. You bring that same energy.
I also think that we must pay homage to our ancestors. My grandparents didn't have the opportunities for you and I to do what we're doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it might not have been safe for them to show up the way we can today. But I honor my grandparents because they saw a future for me. And it was through education and through things. And now our young people have different ways of being able to influence and make money. But I am never going to look down on the people who came before me because technology wasn't where it is today. They had to go through civil rights and all depression, all that kind of things. So they walked so we could fly. And I always want to give respect to my grandparents and my parents because they didn't have this. And I never want to say, oh, but they couldn't. Really? You don't know what they were going through. And the
Yeah.
struggles that we have today, maybe the younger people who haven't even been born yet won't face this, but there's something else they'll have to face. And they'll
Yes.
come back to motivate her and understand that in each generation there are challenges, but don't look down on the last
Mm-hmm.
because they didn't have it. And because we do, let's show our young people that we care, but let's give homage to our ancestors because they went through things I can't even imagine. And
Right.
so I speak with power because they weren't able to, so they
Mm.
to their children.
Wow. I
Yeah,
love that.
Oprah, Bill Donahue, Sadly Jesse Raphael. I mean, you don't even want the smoke.
Yeah.
A&E, Bill Curtis. Listen, that was my favorite channel, Arts and Entertainment. Nikki at Night. I was watching My Three Sons, The Monkeys. I
I
was
love
watching
that.
these shows
Yes.
every day. I thought those shows were. I mean, I was watching Golden Girls, thinking I was learning something. Girl, I looked at Golden Girls today
Yes.
like, ooh, there was a lot that passed over my head. Passed
Yes.
over
Yes.
my head. And finally, with Motivator. So one of my favorite episodes of the Golden Girls is called Journey to the Center of Attention. And I grew up with a very beautiful light skinned green eyed sister. And my mother always compared us. And
Mm.
all the boys wanted my sister. And of course, that does a number on you. I'm the chocolate girl wonder now.
Come on now.
But it took time, right?
Yes.
It took time. And we have women out here. Oh, so this is where, Blanche was wearing her red outfit, the rusty anchor. And Dorothy's in there. And I think Blanche is doing the conga line or whatever. Wants to see her without any underwear. I'm thinking, when does she wear underwear? But okay. So the piano player says to Dorothy, he heard her humming. He said, do you sing? She said, no. He said, do you sing? A little. And then she's saying, what'll I do? And for some reason, even as a child, I recognized something was happening. She was getting attention for talent, for her
Mm-hmm.
ability to use her voice to convey an emotion.
Yes.
Right? And all the men left Blanche and were just sitting there listening to Dorothy. And I could watch this scene over and over again. What'll I do?
Mm.
Of course, not knowing that the love of my life would die years later. But what'll I do?
Mm-hmm.
I will take that pain and powerfully teach other women how to grow through it. And grief is real.
Yes.
And Dorothy, in that moment, had men spellbound.
Mm.
And it wasn't about wearing no panties. It was literally they were listening to her and going back in time. You notice how to change my voice? Like all of it
Yeah.
is important to speakers.
Mm-hmm.
But even as a young girl, I prayed that I'd have that moment when I got older. And I do all the time
Amen. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm so inspired by that. And I remember that episode of the Golden
now.
Girls.
Girl,
And it's so true. It's so true because we live in this day and age where it's always about competition. We are always thinking about, competition. And we can't fault that thought system, that belief system, because that's something we were taught as kids, many of us. It was always about when someone, and I remember this to this day. I had a friend, she's a friend now, but back in the days, she was a pretty light complexion little girl. And when she showed up, she drew people in. She brought that energy and she was simply being who she was born to be. But then you have all of the little girls in the background talking about, she thinks she all that. And why she gotta act like that? And it has nothing to do with either individuals. It's just what we've learned. It's just what we've seen and what we negatively adapted to. But when you learn to tap into your own, so later for the fact that your skin is not, high yellow, or your eyes are not light, or your hair is not long, who is you? Like, tap into
and who
who
is she to
you
me?
are. Exactly. And it means nothing. And once you get over that, then you get drawn to people, and you can both be great. You can both show up to the place, and she's going to attract who she's going to attract, and I'm going to attract who I'm going to attract. Same in life. Opportunities are going to come to one person, opportunities are going to come to me. We all don't have the same pull, but we do have the ability to draw in what is necessary and what is going to be meaningful in our own lives. So I want to talk to the people right now, because I can hear people saying, well, you know what? That's great for her. I'm proud of her for, stepping up to the plate and, being a full-figured diva and doing it. That's her. That's not me. What would you say to someone who thinks that this is something that's exclusive to you or to people who are outgoing and will go and claim their stuff? What would you say to those people?
I would say first, my personality wasn't always accepted. When it came to pitching, it was so dry, boring. My name is This is what I do. And here I came in saying, I'm not doing none of that. Like Cash Doll, I ain't doing none of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I took a chance. And
Mm-hmm.
you know what? I won 13 out of 14 times. So there's something in me that finally I can trust all these other people that could, all these like, but no one has my story.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, you might think being gregarious and outwardly confident is what people want out of chocolate black women. I promise you it's not. It is not. It is not. And yet I press on anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I did not always look like this. Quinn, I got a short haircut, designs all in it like I'm a B-boy from the 80s. And you know what? I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
And when you know, people who don't look like me like it too.
Come on. They're intrigued by it, right?
And known that I had just straight hair and look like what I'm expected to look like.
Mm-hmm.
So it was about taking a chance. And let me
Yes.
be clear. This is a journey I'm on.
Mm-hmm.
For 30 plus years, I was not the real Precious because I didn't think she would be wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I even though I walked away from the relationship with the actor, he didn't know me.
Mm-hmm.
I was too scared to show who I really was. But when you face death by my own hands, you're homeless, you're struggling. God told me my second chapter would be better than my first. So if he created me with a divine purpose, why don't I trust? And that was a process. So it makes me feel so good that God created me and gave me a second chance. And when you said meeting me, I am like I am on video as I am in real life,
Mm-hmm.
it's because I am. And I take it as a compliment.
Yes.
I work for myself because I ain't quite good in corporate America. I can come in and train and teach. But there are things about me that the world needs to see.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've made my choices that aren't popular to everyone else. And it paid off. Did everything I did pay off? No. Did I fail at some things? Yes, I failed forward.
I like that.
This. And I don't want anybody to think, oh, you do this, everything's gonna work out. That might have worked for her, that might have worked for him, but your journey is somewhere in the middle of that. So if all you want to do is regurgitate other people, please don't. When I tell people if they don't believe in you, you say pitch, please. Notice I said with a P. Pitch, please. You don't gotta like, but you gonna respect me.
Yes.
And I don't have to be on every stage to be respected. I don't have to be at every event to be respected.
Yes.
The true power of pushing P is what my queen, Kelly Trust Collins, says. I belong, wait. I belong everywhere. Wait, I belong in every room, just not everywhere. So everywhere you see me, I'm supposed to be there. The places I'm not supposed to be there. So there's no point in showing up. If your clientele isn't in that room, if the people that could elevate you to another level aren't in that room, why are you there?
That's right.
Unless it's for practice in the beginning. Otherwise, why are you there?
Yep.
That's how you
100%.
maximize your time. That's how you maximize the right people who need to see you. So every stage is not where I need to be. I belong on every stage you see me on. I don't belong on every stage.
Love it. I love it. Oh wow. Yes, I'm feeling that power of the P, right? That
Power the
power
P.
of the P. We pushing P.
That's
We
fire.
pushing the P. And I hope that you all are receiving that power about standing in your own authority. There you go. There you go. Reigning as the queen of your story, right? Because your pitch is what you say to the world. It's the way you describe who it is that you are and what it is that you do. You do that at parties. When people hear pitch, they always think it's about, oh, I got a business and I'm trying to sell something. No, no. It is about how you introduce yourself. And if you like, hi, my name is, then go with that. That's you, then do you. But if you want to let them feel you before they hear you, then that's going to leave the impact. And that's where you're going to get the attention. And you don't have to take your panties off to do that.
Our young queens will learn eventually. And that's
Yes, yes.
aging that we never talk about. You will see
Right.
things from a totally different perspective. I now understand why my grandmother was so scared for me to ever go to anybody's house. And so she said no. Back then I'm like, nah, but I ain't say nothing.
Mhm. Yeah.
I now get it.
Yeah.
She was afraid I would wind up pregnant or I would be in situations. And so she put the kibosh on that and said no.
Mm-hmm.
She had a real fear. When I was young, I had no fear. And now I
Mm-hmm.
understand. And that's as much as I want to protect our young people. There's certain things
Yes.
I know they have to go through so that they can do that.
Yes.
And that's how you motivate her. Like, I understand now. And age and experience teaches you that. Not
Sure
you,
does.
not being 18 and think you know it all. Because I know I thought I did. Girl, I'm 44. Like, I'm still discovering things. Like, oh,
Yes. Yes. I love it. I love it. Wow, that was great. Precious, do you have anything that you're working on? Anything you'd like to share? So tell people how they can connect with you and what you got going on these days.
yes. So everyone, again, I'm Precious Williams, proud founder and CEO of Perfect Pitches by Precious. My website is www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com. On my website, you can check out all four of my number one best-selling books on pitching on my Work With Me page. If you want to work one-on-one with me, you want to book me as a speaker, check out the website. You can get at me. On Twitter, I'm at Perfect Pitch P. On Facebook, I'm at Perfect Pitch P. On Instagram, I'm at Perfect Pitches P. And I just turned in my manuscript for my fifth book called Rainmaking 101
Ooh,
from Day One. And I can't tell you how proud I am. 5 books in 5 years.
I love it. Love it.
Another thing that I am working on that I'm just so proud about is the training programs that we have for sales professionals and attorneys, which I'm a former attorney. And I also love the fact that I'm booked, busy, and hired and paid all over the world
Amen.
to train in the art and science of pitching. So mostly sales pitching now, elevator and investor pitching. And I love the fact that I'm still a part as a pitch trainer of different accelerators. And being 44, that's the Obama age.
Yeah.
I am stepping into the greatest version of myself. And so, Queen, I am not posting as much because I'm enjoying it.
Mm.
Share what this life has been like. And so, when you're invited to tables and spaces and places, as much as I would love to post, no, I got to marinate on that.
Yes.
Because who was I to think that out of homelessness I'd be where I am? I'm 6 years clean and sober off alcohol. Don't worry about people drinking around me. Make sure my food right though.
Love it.
And so my fifth book, Rainmaking 101 from Day One, writing 4 number 1 best-selling books, my Perfect Pitch Academy, and just stumping I'm stumping on these people like a mother at the flow. And not everything has to be posted.
Yes.
How long did it take me to know that? You'll see it in a montage later. For right now, I
Yeah.
want to experience it like Beyonce did in year 4.
I love it. I love it. Oh my goodness. Yes. It is time. It is time that we take advantage of the narrative, that we are taking advantage of how we are showing up to the world. No more of this just letting things happen. It is what it is. It is time for us to put that power back into it and make certain that we are doing what it is that we are divinely called to do. So I thank you, my dear sister Precious, for showing up, showing out, being here, being bold enough to share your story and to encourage us and motivate us to do the same. So thank you again so much for being a guest. Listen, everybody, was that not the best? I'm telling you, that was just the information that you need. And one of the things that I was telling Precious about this series is that that motivation comes, because she says, "Oh, I'm not really a motivator." Baby, she did all right for not being a motivator. And part of that comes from bringing that fire. When you bring forth that truth, when you bring forth that fire, that passion, that power, that's what motivation is all about. And she definitely did that. So I want to thank each and every one of you for watching on this day. This Black Girl Motivate Her series is going strong. And I want to make certain that you check out all of the videos in this segment, and you go back and check out all of the videos in the Black Girl Encourage Her segment as well. So you all be blessed. And until next time, I'll see you again soon. Take care.